Hello and welcome back to Court Farm. We are carrying on from where we left off at the last episode, and as you can see, we do have a few things to take care of in this field. So nitrogen is horrible, so we'll be fertilizing our brand new bean field. And if we step into the field, we should get a message that it says weeds are growing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tackle the weeds before they grow. Now, I think this works, but I have to find it. We have to find out. So if you look at the area here, it does show, or it doesn't show, rather, the weeds are growing. But they do show here. So what I'm going to try and do is I'll bring the weeder in, or the, not the weeder, but rather the, spray some herbicide. Since we end up having to do the whole field with herbicide anyways, we might as well do it in advance if we can. And we do have an IBC here of herbicide in case we don't have enough, but we'll run over to our sprayer here and check. There's a John Deere sprayer, and we've got 444 litres, so that is perfect. Right, we'll crack on down the way here to the Ford, and we'll get set up with the weeder. Now, I call it the weeder, but you know what I mean, spraying the weeds at least. The next thing that we'll have to do, I did also give a wash to the Massey and the drill as well, just to keep it nice and clean as we go. As for the weeding, so we'll get the weeding done, of course. The next thing we'll have to do is fertilize that field as well. So that will be with our fert spreader, which is right next to. Let's have a very quick check while we're here to see if we'll have to get some more or not. Should be fine actually. It does say this is the first time we've done this field with the beans in, so I reckon we might have to be a bit cautious with that, how much fertilizer we'll use, because we might use a fair amount. Now, can we get out of here? Oh yes, brilliant. Alright, yes, all very tight here at Elmcroft, but no matter. We have, we have managed. Right, so we'll get this started. We'll head up to the top here. I do like to start at the top of the field, work our way down, but I will confirm as well that it says weeding is necessary here. See, it doesn't show it here, does it? But if we go here, for example, maybe it is best to wait. See, now it says growing, but not growing. Right, it must show where they're gonna come up. Well, as I said, we're gonna have to do it all anyway, so might as well at least give it a go and see how it comes along. If it actually... right, so that's no good. So we can't even see it applying. I was hoping that we'd at least be able to see a slightly darker texture, but can't see it at all, which is actually very problematic. So we'll scrap that idea. It was worth a shot. I did want to try, and I wasn't 100% certain if it was actually going to work or not. So what we'll do is we'll just tuck this away. We'll get connected to the fertilizer spreader, and we'll see you back in the field. Alright, we know that this will absolutely work, and we know that it's got quite a wide width on it, so we'll go place ourselves in a nice position. Should be good here. It's very possible we'll actually run out of fertilizer, but we can always head to the shop and get some more. Well, that was pretty good spread actually. That's good. Very nice. That's a bit. I could do a bit more. There we go. Oh wow. I always underestimate the sheer width of this fert spreader. It is quite brilliant indeed. As you can see, it is disappearing quite quickly. We are going to just be a bit cheeky and make our way through the hedge here. Luckily, a collisionless hedge. Didn't mean to go all that way. I have the reduced brake force mod, which is brilliant mod. But with this Ford, it really does reduce all brake force. It really does, really does. Right, I'll just keep this menu open. So it's a Control Z. Yes, it is brilliant. So we'll go down 21 meters. I think it's probably even less than that, but we'll start with 21 just to see. That should be alright, because we'll have to extend it as we go as well. We should have enough here to cover the... I'll have to open it up a bit more. There we go. I think I missed a little bit there, but that's fine. Get the full width again. Brilliant. And we should have just covered enough of this area. Oops, sorry, in your back garden. Apologies. Right, that should be fine. We'll just have a quick check of the map. I know that you can be a little bit off and still cover the proper area, so we'll just see if that has fully worked. Nope, missed a small area there, but we will go and rectify that right now. Here we'll even go to the very smallest, there we are, very smallest width option, which is 15 meters, which is still quite a bit, and we should be all done. Happy days. Now, this is showing as, have I not fertilized that? Hang on a minute here, let's have a cheeky peek at that and see what's going on. Right, it does show nitrogen as perfect, which is fine. I guess it just needs a very small amount, being that it's alfalfa and not an actual crop, so happy days there. Well, I'll be honest, that was really all that was planned for this month, or the rest of this month. Actually, no, there is one more thing I need to do, and that's to muck out the cows, because, as you know, they do produce a lot of manure. I still haven't found if I can use a trailer. I have tested it, but I swear there should be a way. But it's no big deal. I don't mind doing a bit of muck moving, manual muck moving, if you will. We'll just go tuck. Yeah, we'll tuck the Ford back. We'll hop into the JCB, and we'll see you in the cowshed. All right, got the gate opening up there. We will make our way around this way. And what I might do is pop this off into a cheeky time lapse. I find that it is actually a bit easier in first person. Once we actually, we can kind of lean forward a bit as well to see that we're at the right angle, collecting all the muck we can. I find that it does, having a lay down there, little fella. Yeah, I find, here, I'm going to go into third person and just see what is it I'm doing incorrectly. Because I feel like it doesn't quite get it as nicely as it could do. Is it because it's poop? It must be. Because I know silage goes in fairly easily, but it could just be the angle. Maybe it's all me. Or could be this particular grab as well. Because I feel like this is just so difficult sometimes to get it all. Right, well, what we'll do is I'll put this, the rest of this little venture into a tiny time lapse, and after that, my plan is to have a look at the contracts. I will have a look just to see what's available, to see if there is a cheeky contract we can sort of manage to get done before the end of March. We can bring in a few extra £1,000, who knows? Maybe there's some sort of fertilizer. That's probably what I would suspect there would be for this month, is a fertilizing contract, or a few of them, but we shall see. The thing is, though, we will have to buy some more fertilizer if we do, but I think it's worth it. I think it is, but we'll have a look. First off, we'll get this muck all cleared. And there we have it. Fantastic. Yes, I did want to give it a bit of a wash down as well, because it's literally driving in and amongst poop. So there we are. Now it is 4 o'clock in March, so, well, I suppose let's have a look. Let's have a look at contracts. Right, so they're all fertilizing. So I'll put details on. I don't know where all these fields are. It is only fertilizing contracts. Some of them are seemingly more worthwhile than others. Now let's have a look actually at the map to see where are they. So 41 4. I do love that part of the mod where you can actually do that, and you can actually see this one's very close. The problem is, do we have enough fert for it? So 41. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. 41. That is not too bad. What about profit per minute? Oh, it's up there. 92 and 41. So, right, so it says we would need to use more than we have, which is obviously problematic, but, and we would need to buy more anyways, but it is about, yeah, £2,000 to buy a bag. I don't know if that is worth it. I mean, we are using our own kit, so we won't have the reward reduced by £500, but maybe it would be worth looking into. What is Field 92? Field 92 is a bit farther away, very far away. There it is there. Right. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it, just because we would have to buy more anyways. Now, I suppose I should double check. How much do we actually have? 340. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I won't accept any of those contracts just yet, but I will, because I think we're out. This is all seed, yeah. So I'm going to head to the shop before they close for the evening. I will accept, no, I will look at accepting a contract potentially in April, depending on how much work we have to get done. But what I'm going to do for the rest of March is head to the shop and actually purchase a couple bags of fertilizer so that we can actually be ready in the event that we do accept a contract in April. So we'll see you at the shop. Also, really any excuse to take the Landy out for a cruise is a good day for me. Right, so we'll just pull up this way, should be fine like that. And about like that, perfect. Now, purchase our, let's have a look at the sales. Right, if we needed if that was a Heston, I'd probably opt for it, for hay alone. Because my plan is, now we do own, while we're talking about balers rather, I could sell this for 40,000 and invest a little bit extra into a combi wrap baler, which is what I would like to do. We do have the class, but if we can wrap 150 centimeter, ooh, hello. What a beastly looking baler. That is absolutely amazing. I think that might be the one we opt for, actually. We do have that one, but what is the main difference? Oh, this one can produce 180. Ah, I see. That is, that's okay. So is it worth it to produce bigger bales for hay for the extra poundage there? Dunno. What else have we got? Alright, we do have the Go Whale wrapper as well, but it can only do 150. And all of these other ones, they're not combi wraps. I would love that, but... And the proper Heston as well. Well, newer Heston. But again, we can't do silage bales. And silage bales are necessary for us, just in case you hadn't seen one of the previous episodes, where we tried to feed... Here, I will just buy a couple of these. I do like buying the Helm Pro. Right, we will get... Yeah, go on, let's get 2 of them then, because we'll need them eventually, right? In one of my previous episodes, I tried to feed the cows grass silage directly from the pit, and the loose just wouldn't be accepted. It just fell on the ground. So we are forced to do silage bales, which I'm absolutely okay with. I will still try and do alfalfa silage for the sheep, because we do have that alfalfa. I'll do it potentially first as hay for the cows, just depending on how much alfalfa we do have. Also, I don't want to rush getting sheep either, because we have the cows to tend to, and I'd rather focus on the dairy side of things first, to be honest. But yes, we'll get those nicely placed. There we are. We'll tuck this back, and I might even pop round to the pub actually for a pint before we head back to the farm. But we'll see. We'll see. Right. The next time we see you, either way, will be in April. Good morning and welcome to April. Right, as you can see, it's nearly 10 AM. I ended up having a few pints at the pub last night. Luckily for us, April is not a very busy month. But the first thing we are going to do is hop to the ford here, slow and steady, and make our way to our field bean field and get it weeded, because the weeds have actually taken shape, so we can see them now. Actually, just before we do, let's have a quick look at how beautiful our canola is coming along. That is fantastic, and look at the wind blowing through. It's brilliant. Not too hot, not too cold today, very nice. Our rye is looking absolutely gorgeous as well, and we'll check on the alfalfa as we pass by. I don't think it'll be ready just yet. Here, we'll come this way, have a look at it, see how it looks. It looks about the same as yesterday, to be honest, but it still looks quite alright. Right, more muck to deal with there. The cows, I have checked their food. They are fine for the time being. Let's just get connected to our weeder here. Get into that field. Now, I will probably have to look at some sort of contract unless we do skip through the months. But again, I'd like to avoid that if I can, for the most part, at least. Right, yes, many weeds. Luckily, the field beans haven't really taken much of a shape, so that's probably for the best, because we can actually see where the weeds are and where we've sprayed them. So I will, for the most part, I'm not going to go over all of them. Oh, why is that working on that one? I will. It's so frustrating, because I want to spray them all, but unfortunately, it's just we're wasting a lot. Right, there might be some on the very edges, and I suppose that's not a big issue if we don't collect them all, or get them all rather. But there are some sections that are big areas that have loads of weeds in, and we want to get as many of them as possible. As I said before, when I did purchase this weeder, that we will opt for a see and spot spray, I believe that's what it's called, when the time comes. We will make that upgrade in time, but for now we have to deal with this and just kind of getting it as we go. So I suppose covering all the area is for the best. As long as we are getting all of the weeds out, then happy days. Right, so I will put this into a time lapse, and I will try and do, it might be a bit of a messy time lapse, because we'll do, yeah, it's going to be a bit funny because we are going to be moving around quite a bit. But it seems that most of the field seems to be covered in some sort of form of weed, so it should be alright to just leave it running and drive over all of it. So we'll crack on with it. Okay, I think we got all the weeds. Now, let's have a look very quickly at the map there. It looks pretty good. There's a bit of a section over there I know I missed because I was focused on another part of where the weeds are. But nevertheless, we are done, and I do feel... Now, I could be way off, but I feel as though the spraying that we did in this field didn't take nearly as much of the herbicide as when we did all of our other fields combined. But we did do quite a few fields. Alright, it goes all the way up here, doesn't it? There we go. That should suffice. That'll do. Fantastic. Yeah, I just feel like that particular field, it's not a small field either if you look at the size of it, but I suppose we did do all of this, so yeah. Right, as you can see, as far as contracts go, we do have 33, which we did not do last time, but we don't have our bale stacker. We could lease it out, but I think if I'm going to do a contract this month, I think I will opt for something different, because we are going to be doing loads of baling of our own, and I don't want to oversaturate the baling content for Court Farm, because we are going to be doing a lot of it. whether it's hay or silage, or straw actually. Now that we know that we have to do silage bales for the cows, we will be doing loads of baling. Also, I have kind of decided that I think it'd be best to wait for a combi wrap baler to show up in the sale. I might buy one before that. Obviously, if we need one before then, I will. But I will also look at wrappers as well, because we could just potentially use the baler we have still and just get a wrapper. But we shall have to check, and we can check right now. Oh, hello. Right, I'll just tuck this away, because I think the next time we'll use if we use the fert sprayer for anything, it'll be for, we'll use it on the Massey to do some sort of contracts with. So I'll just get this tucked away, as I like to try and do. Right, just get that tucked in there, and beautiful. So, we'll check the sales first off. Blimey. That would make it very easy to get our herbiciding done in one pass, really. But yes, I digress. We do not need that. Let's have a look at bale wrappers very quickly. So we do have the standard, so that's actually not overly expensive, and it can do 150 centimeter bales. That's probably what we'd opt for, really. Don't know why the Go Whale one is that much more expensive, but it does do 150 as well, so it's really exactly the same. This was a very interesting bit of kit, but I would rather just do them in the field and collect them with the JCB and a bit of duct tape to cover them up. And then we have all the the Maze Plus or the 4D modding wrappers. So I don't know, we'll have to see. If something does pop up in the sales here before we need it, then that's what we'll tend to. But we'll have a look now at some contracts. So the best, we'll look at profit per minute, fertilizing of field 100, which is probably not very close to us. I suppose 106 and oh no, those are baling ones as well. What's 111? What is that little symbol? Is that like cultivate or something? Let's look at 111, see what that is. Oh, it's not very profitable though, it would seem. Weeding, nah, not really too keen on weeding. Let's have a look back here. So we got fertilizing in 100. What's near us though? 41 and 44 and 34 actually all need some sort of fert spread. So let's have a look if any of those 41, 34, 44, any of them in the top here. 34 is. Maybe we could do a few of those. Right, 34 we'd go around this way, because yeah, as we know, this is that yard, so I don't know why it's showing up as a road, but we don't want to get caught doing that. But we can go actually through even 31 here. We have a little gate to get through to 34, which I think, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. I'm going to accept 34. Let's just accept it straight up. And let's get into the Massey. Luckily it's already got a weight on, which is good. And we'll fill it up with the fertilizer that we have or on the trailer rather. So we'll need the JCB for that, because as I said, I am going to try and do that as much as possible. But what I mean by that is filling up the actual implement with the telehandler instead of just refilling it. I just think it adds a bit more to it as well. Okay, we don't want to get too stuck here. Might need to just get it out with the Ford in the first place. Ooh, that's very near. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get this opened. Get near to it here. Let's get it lowered down. We'll just shut the engine off for now as well. Now, I thought I had some pallet forks somewhere. Alright, get them unstrapped first. Not strapped out, unstrapped, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I just like this bit of realism. It's something that I've never really... I mean, I have done it, obviously, in the past, but never really in a series have I sort of done this sort of more realistic approach to loading up a fertilizer or a drill. I just think it's way better, to be honest. It's the way it should be, really. But I do enjoy being able to refill. But this is just a nice bit of realism I appreciate. So, now that we have that all set, we'll tuck the JCB away. Of course, not every aspect of our little series here is going to be realistic, because I don't know all that much as far as the realism of a farm goes, but I'm learning. Right, let's make our way to field 30-something. What is it? 33, 34. Here, let's go through. No, we'll go around. We'll go around closer this way. I can't. Oh, wow, look how linseed. I didn't even think to check the linseed. Hang on a minute. Whoa, pH. Oh, right, that's the grass outside of this. Yeah, pH is. Okay, got scared there for a minute. Wow, look at that. Looks beautiful. Oh, very pleased about that. Oh, I really like that a lot. I'm very pleased with this. Let's see, how close are we? Right, 34. How close are we to harvesting our crops? Ooh, linseed and canola. These all might be ready around the same time. So alfalfa could be as early as May. Probably will be June. Field beans, we have to wait all the way to September. Rye, since we did put it in as early as possible, I think it might be ready in July, which would be lovely. Linseed also. And canola also. I think we're going to be very, very busy in the month of July. So we've got April, we've got May, and we've got June to pass through. So we might do some contracts. We'll have to see what comes up. But for now, we will get this contract done. Now, one thing I do remember that I was very lucky to happen upon this, but as you can see at the very top left of your screen, it says with the precision farming menu. Now, if you look next to application rate, it says auto. Now, I'm going to hit the comma, and it removes it. So what I'm doing there, the reason I'm doing that is so that it doesn't automatically apply the necessary amount to this contract crop, because we don't want that. We do not want that. We want to have that only for our own fields. Now, is that the field there? Right, it is. We'll just sneak on through here. Actually, let's sneak on through here entirely and see, because look at it. So we have a nice big grassy area here. I just want to see what is all here to let, since it is lots of storage. Right, look at that. Oh my. Tons of storage. Got even more storage here. We'd have to probably pay to get the debris removed and all that, but look at that. We've got storage here, storage there. Oh wow. This is almost like a whole other farm, to be honest. Look at all that. Is this storage? Oh, it is. Oh my goodness, it's almost too much. So I think what we would do... Right, here's a thought. If we were to purchase this land... Is this a pit? Ah, it's just a spot. Right, if we were to put... How much is this little land? 73,000. Because what we could do is we could potentially purchase that and essentially extend our farm this way as well. I was also thinking of potentially selling up and buying a new farm in the future, definitely in the far future, because we're only just getting started on this farm. But if we feel as though we need to upgrade our space, we can either move here, not move here, but also purchase this, or move to another farm. So I'm just going to put that idea out there and see what comes back with it, because I'm very curious to hear people's thoughts on that. Right, so we've got our wicked spread. Beautiful. Let's go this way first. Now remember not to underestimate it. And the nice thing is with contracts, you don't necessarily have to do the whole thing as well. But right, so as you can see, it is going reasonably quick, I suppose. But if I change that to auto... Oh, it doesn't make a bit of a difference. I really thought it would make something of a difference. Well, I'll keep it off for now, and I need to remember to put it back on once we're done. But we'll quickly smash out this contract in a matter of seconds, and depending on how much fertilizer we have left, we might head down to do at least a couple more, and bring in a bit of extra spring cash. But we'll see how it goes. For now, let's crack on. Alright, and just like that we are done. We didn't, like I said, with these FERT contracts you don't have to do the whole thing, and I think we did quite well for that. Now, if I remember correctly, I'd have to check back in the video, but we have now 1900 litres exactly, and we had what, 23-ish, so that was about 300, I'd say about 350 litres to complete that contract, and that is about a third of a bag, and a bag's about 1800, so about 600. So, and how much did we earn for that? 38. Yes, it's worth it. Alright, so let's have a cheeky look and see. So, with that being a best price, where is Field 100? Maybe we can make a small trip somewhere else and go and visit another field. Is that part of another farm? Wonder how we'd get in there. Possibly off this road? Right, so that's, I don't know, it's a bit far. It's literally the opposite side of the map. We have 44 and 41 as well, and 112. Oh, we've got loads here. Okay, well, let's see if we can find one of them as one of the better fertilizer. Here, we'll get rid of all these others. And let's have a look. What is the best one? So 92, oh, 41's on that list. 41 is right there. So if we can manage to get to that road and go scoot up this way and back around, we're nearly back at the farm, and we can smash out for another nice little contract. I think we'll do that. Except we'll get another 46.91 from that, and if I'm feeling particularly cheeky, I might look at these other ones, but I'm not seeing them on the nicest price list, so might not do that one. We'll definitely head over to Field 41 though. And actually, hang on a minute, let's see. Go this way, up and around. I think this is a new area, so, well, until there. But I think, yeah, we'll put this into a time-lapse, and then we'll do the contract in the time-lapse as well. Right, so it does say 99% complete. Now I have to imagine that that would be completed now. 99%, so where am I missing? Oh right, it won't show, will it? That could be problematic unless it shows. Aha, brilliant, thank goodness it shows on here. Yeah, I was kind of going in a bit blind towards the end there, but it's just this tiny little area right here that we just have to do a quick spray on, a couple of seconds, and done. Fantastic. So I'll set that back to auto before we forget, and I will set this back to full before we forget, and happy days. So we've got 2 contracts done here. We will accept that one before we head back to the farm. And where are we here? Absolutely amazing. 46.91. So from contracts, here I'll just have a quick look in our financial page. So we have earned from contracts alone £8,572, and we've used about a bag of fertilizer, which is about, call it £2,000. That's really good. That is really, really good. That is about £6,000 profit. More than, actually, than 6,000. But I think that really does do us for April. We could carry on doing contracts and all that, but you know, again, as I said, I was at the pub, so yeah, might take a rest on the rest of April, to be honest with you. We'll tuck away the fertilizer spreader though, because we do want to get everything nice and tidied up for May. But I do imagine that May will be very similar to April in the sense that it is a bit slower of a month because of all the other things being already done. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. As far as the muck goes in the cow shed there, I will wait till May to clear that out. If we can do it on every 2 or 3 month basis, then it should be alright. Unless I find a way of... yeah, because we'll have to start using it very soon. Because at the rate we're going, that pit is filling up very quickly as well. And we don't have a muck spreader, although we should probably invest in one in time. Fantastic, so we do end the episode with 65,737 and amazing looking crops as well. It just looks so beautiful. You know what, let's end on a bit of a high note, shall we? Quite literally. So over there we have our field beans that are coming in very nicely. Not quite yet, the weeds came in faster, but here we have our alfalfa, which is also coming in very nice. Just below us here is the rye crop that's blowing lovingly in the wind. Cannot wait to harvest that. Same with the canola. We will get straw from both of those particular crops. And then here, the one I really wanted to show was our lovely, lovely linseed. It is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very pleased about that. And I see over here this other chap, he's got linseed there. Oh, and one in the distance there as well. I do really want to purchase that field. I don't think we can afford it, even with the contracts we've been doing. 84, nah. Considering we still have to purchase a muck spreader and all that, I think we will we'll wait. But with what we sell from these harvests should come out to really help us purchase a new field. So there we have it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, a cheeky thumbs up really does help out the channel and I greatly appreciate it. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.